Hi guys, hope you all are doing great. $1 million question asked by all top level marketing executives and directors is, what should be my digital marketing budget? In my opinion, this is the last question to be asked. There are many steps to be finalized before coming to the budget part. This video is made specifically for C-level executives, marketing managers, directors of SME sector and public sector companies having a business or a division turnover of more than 100 crore plus, and also for the entrepreneurs with early stage investments in their business. This video will also help you to understand the fundamentals of deciding the digital marketing budget. This is Chandan Bagwe, Techno Digital Marketing Expert. I have been associated with the digital marketing industry for more than 20 years now and help many organizations to plan and execute their digital marketing campaigns successfully. I hope you will like this video. I request you to please leave your comments and feedback. Thank you. What should be my digital marketing budget? Part 1. Step 1. Define the goals. The marketing goal is to increase sales. But how do you increase sales? It is by doing marketing activities to introduce a new product in the market, to increase existing product awareness, to enter a new market, to create a dealer, distributor, partner network, to help Salesforce by way of generating marketing collaterals, presentations, CRM programs, designing loyalty programs, to tackle competition by being more visible as compared to your competition, to influence buying behavior by offering multiple promotional offers, giving them discounts, etc. But for all this, you have to quantify your goals. We will look at this in the budgeting methods in the second part of the video. But the most important thing to remember is, if you don't know your quantifiable goals, it will be difficult to set the appropriate digital marketing budget. Many times, clients just come to us and show their website, their social media handles, and ask us what is going to be their digital marketing budget for their organization. It is not possible to decide a budget for an organization without understanding the goals and multiple factors that affect the budget. Do you know your quantifiable goals? How much increase in percentage of sales you would want? How do you arrive at that figure? How do you define quantifiable goals? If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. Which factors are affecting your digital marketing budget? First is the business goals that we have just discussed. Depending on your goals, your budget will vary. For example, if your quantifiable goal is to introduce a new product in the market and gain 40% market share, and there is a lot of competition, you will need a higher budget as compared to a product already exists in the market for some time and there is a customer base for that product, isn't it? Take the example of a new mobile phone launch or a new shampoo launch in Indian market. If you want to be visible, should your marketing budget more than that of the competition? If you cannot compete with your competitor on budget spend, what should you focus on, and then what should be your marketing goal? The second set of factors that affects the budget is the demography of the audience, targeted geography, consumer behavior, economic conditions, external environments, market conditions such as recession, seasonal fluctuation, holidays, consumer demand, etc. Broadly speaking, it is the consumer segment study that you are targeting. Marketing is incomplete without understanding the consumer segment. Let's take example of a niche category product such as a mobile app for professionals such as doctors, lawyers, architects in geography UAE. If the quantifiable goal is to increase the app downloads to 1 million units, first we have to know, are 1 million professionals exist in the targeted geography? We should know what kind of application they are already using. What is the average age of the professional? Can they adapt to the latest technology? Is there any such demand or such demand needs to be created? The third factor is the product life cycle. Which stage of the product life cycle are you? Introduction, growth, maturity or decline? At each stage, the marketing goal varies, therefore the budget too. Introduction stage. It requires a significant marketing budget. The market is not yet aware of the product or its benefits. Introducing a product involves convincing the consumer that they have a problem or a need which the new offering can uniquely address. At its core, messaging should convey this product is great idea, you want this. Usually a promotional budget is needed to create a broad awareness and educate the market about the new product. To achieve these goals, often a product launch includes promotional elements such as a new website or a significant update to the existing website, a social media campaign, a digital advertising, a PR, and an influencer campaign. Growth stage. When a product category begins to demonstrate significant growth, the market usually responds. New competitors enter the market and large companies acquire high growth companies and products. Marketers who have been seeking to build broad market awareness through the introduction phase must now differentiate their products and competitors, emphasizing unique features that appear to target customers. Often in the growth phase, the marketer must pay significant attention to the new marketing channels. Maturity stage. In order to achieve a strong business results through the maturity stage, the company must take advantage of economies of scale. This is usually a period in which marketers manage budget carefully, often redirecting resources towards products that are earlier in their life cycle and have higher revenue potential. Decline stage. Once the product or industry has entered a decline, the focus shifts almost entirely to minimizing the cost. Marketing spends is reduced for products in this life stage because the marketing investment is better spent on the other priorities. The fourth important factor is competition. There are three types of competition: perfect competition, oligopoly, monopoly. In perfect competition, we have many sellers. However, they sell differentiated products that differ somewhat or are perceived to differ. Even though they serve a similar purpose, in perfect competition, there are many small companies, none of which can control prices. They simply accept the market price determined by supply and demand. In oligopoly means few sellers, each seller supplies a large portion of the products sold in the marketplace. In addition, because the cost of starting a business in the oligopolistic industry is usually very high, the number of firms entering this market is extremely low. Monopoly. In monopoly, however, there is only one seller in the market. The market could be a geographical area such as a city or a regional area and doesn't necessarily have to be in the entire country. We will see the competitor parity method to decide the budget in the second part of this series. The fifth most important factor is the sales forecast. Sales forecasting is the process of estimating future sales. Accurate sales forecasts enable companies to make informed business decisions and predict short-term and long-term performances. Sales forecasting gives insight into how a company should manage its workforce, cash flow, and the resources. If you have the sales forecast ready, then use the percentage of sales budgeting method, which we will see in the second part of this series. Have you studied these factors for your organization? Without a thorough understanding of these factors, it is very difficult to arrive at an optimum digital marketing budget. I hope this video is useful to you. Please do watch the second part of this video series, which talks about various budgeting methods. I request you to please leave your comments and feedback. Thank you. What should be my digital marketing budget? Part 2. First, percentage of sales. Many leading business schools and leading business experts say that 7% to 15% of sale should be your marketing budget. But it also varies from different industries and business sectors. For example, B2B and B2C, it's different marketing budgets. It could be decided on your last year's sales or forecasted sales. For example, if last year's sales was 1 CR and if the marketing budget decided is 5% of the sales, then the budget is going to be 5 lakhs. If the forecasted sales is 5 crore, then 5% of the forecasted sale would be 25 lakhs, which is your new marketing budget. But it is very important that with increased marketing budget, you should achieve the forecasted sales. Second, objective and task method. What is the objective and goal? We have discussed this in part 1. Objective should be quantifiable. For an example, the goal is to increase market share by, let's say, 15% or increase sales by 25% this year. So, what are the different tasks involved in achieving the target, and therefore, what are the costs associated with these tasks? Example of these are: how many people do we have to reach? How many new markets to enter? What are marketing collaterals required for the sales team? What marketing channels will be used? Who will do the task? Are we going to appoint an agency? What promotion offers that we will give? Are there any discounting offers? If we list down this task and find out the cost involved in completing this task, we will come to know our marketing budget. Third method is competitor parity method. How much your competitors are spending? It is a concept of strategy where companies spend all the budget of marketing activities at par with our competitors or industry average. It doesn't use competitive budgeting strategy to beat competitors. The allocation of funds on advertising and promotional activities will be totally similar to the competitor's budget. It is just done to defend the competitive position and to maintain the reputation of the brand by not spending much. That is why it is known as a defensive budget. Blindly following it is not appropriate. It can start a competitive marketing war. We have seen Pepsi and Coca-Cola war. It is important that you should know what is your competitor is doing and you should take appropriate actions accordingly. If you want to capture the market share, then you need to be competitive to outpace your competitor. Fourth and the last method is affordability method. How much can I spend? Practical and simple. In the simplest form, how much money you have for marketing is going to be your marketing budget. So if you have 10 lakh to spend for marketing, it's your marketing budget. But there is an opportunity loss if the budget is too less. These are all the budgeting methods used. I would like to give you a few additional tips on budgeting even if the budget is less. First, invest for a long time. Invest in multiple baskets, channels and activities. Invest in content marketing. And most important, invest in video marketing. I hope you have liked this video. In the next part of the series, I will show you a digital marketing budget at the macro level. Please feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions. I request you to leave your comments and feedback. Thank you.